creme de coco, I haven't shaken it yet. It's just been dissolving the nibs. I'll shake it and see what happens. Oh, it's getting darker. I have a note on the calendar when it should be done, so we shall see. Good morning. It's Barbara. It is Saturday, November 21st. Coming up to Thanksgiving over here. Oh, it's a bright, beautiful day. I should have gone outside. I might be able to be outside, although I might have to put on my coat. And I don't think my coat fits over my super bulky grandpa sweater. Oh, I have a twitch in my back. Not a twitch, an ache. I got it yesterday. I didn't want to mention it because, you know, I'm getting tired of hearing myself. But there's the girls. Good morning. Good morning. Can't see Maisie because she's in the sun. That's so funny. Our sun is very bright. But my coat would not fit over this, I don't think. But it may not need to. It's pretty nice outside. I could go check. We could be outside. It was beautiful yesterday afternoon. It was so funny. Aura called. We hadn't talked to her during the day. She called about 3 o'clock and said, I'm calling to let you know I'm walking up to the mailbox and I don't want you to call me while I'm gone and think I'm dead on the floor. She's very cute. Oh, good. So she's taking her walker to the mailbox. So she's working on it. She's working on it. She's been doing her exercises. I didn't do my exercises yesterday. I have to do them today. She's working on it. So that's good. That's really good. I'm not dead on the floor. Okay, good. Good. So she's coming for dinner tonight. Think everything will be relatively simple except the dessert. We're going to have, I think, steak and broccoli with his amazing cheese sauce. But for dessert, he is making il flanton. It's a French dessert. It was a technical challenge on the Great British Baking Show one season. That'll tell you a little bit about it. But he has been making it for years. Makes it sound like he makes it a lot. He doesn't. He's probably only made it about 3 or 4 times. But before the Great British Baking Show. And it is a poached island of meringue. That floats in a puddle of something. Now, they floated it in crème anglaise on the show. Dennis makes a sabayon, which is like a custard, a creamy custard. It's more liquidy than a custard. It's like a sauce. But Sauvignon has a dessert wine in it. Anyway, that's what he's making. I'll take pictures. I'll try to remember to take pictures because it's fun. But he was intrigued by the technical challenge because part of the technical challenge was how they were supposed to Words are so hard. How they were supposed to mold the meringue part, the shape of it. The word I want still isn't coming. Whatever. Because he just made sort of a mountain, and they did it with the quenelle or whatever it's called, where you do it with the 2 spoons. You know, you've seen the, home restaurant-made ice creams where they put them in the quenelle, which makes them sort of like an oval, football-y shape. So anyway. So that's what we're having for dessert. I'll try to take pictures. I just took a little video of the creme de coco, so you'll see that. And I don't know where this is coming from. Dennis and I made Bailey's Irish whiskey cream. Bailey's cream, Irish cream, whiskey cream last night. And it's good, and it tastes a lot like Bailey's. But it came out too thick. So once you put it in the fridge, you have to keep it in the fridge, which you don't have to do with the real Bailey's. And once you put it in the fridge, it got so thick that we can't get it out of the jar, out of the bottle. I feel like my hands are flaring back up. They were getting good. Now they're flaring again. My eczema. So anyway, today we're going to gently heat the bottle so we can pour the Bailey's out of it so we can thin it. We're trying to figure out what to thin it with besides whiskey. That was kind of fun. Dennis made the sweetened condensed milk. Keto sweetened condensed milk. Yeah. He found that recipe, and so when I saw the recipe for the Bailey's, I said, oh, here's something we can use it for. I like Bailey's. It's got sugar. So, I got up early again today. I didn't really want to. I didn't sleep great, but I thought, you know, I'm awake. Let me just go. Let me do it. Get up. So I did. Oh, I was going to show you. Hold on. Kind of blah the other night. I told you about that yesterday. And I was trying to figure out how to, you know, not be. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what I'm going to show you. So I decided, you know, I'm working on Christy's boxy. It's the third boxy in a row that I've done. So I've been doing boxy since June, which has been very helpful to me to just sit and do that stockinette. And that's why I did them. I mean, otherwise, you know, 3 gift boxies, that's therapy for me. But apparently I'm getting tired of my therapy. So I decided to, this is the first yarn that I dyed in an attempt to get speckled yarn for Christy's boxy. And it didn't come out speckled, but I liked it. And I decided I was making Rich's fingerless gloves with this yarn so that they would both have yarn. They would both their presents would be dyed by me. So I decided to cast on Rich's present. Doesn't that look beautiful? I am so excited about it. I am so excited about it. So I've just, you can't tell, but I've just started the thumb gussets of these. And these are just going to be, I'm following the pattern for the thumb gussets for the Frankenfingers. I found I had already bought this pattern because this is the pattern Dennis wants me to make his fingerless gloves with. He wants actual fingers on his. So this is Frankenfingers, designed by Elizabeth Green Musselman. The Fat Squirrel made these, and that's where I got the idea. They're designed to be made with self-striping sock yarn. And anyway, so I had gotten a free pattern that I was going to try. Happy Scrappy Fingerless Mitts by Michelle Martin, which, you know, are perfectly good style. But then I realized that I needed, this is in 3 or 4 sizes. 3 sizes. So I'm doing the medium on this. Now Rich has big hands. He's a big guy. I'm doing the medium on this, but I doubled the size of the needle. So this is for a 1.5 or a 2.75 millimeter needle, and I'm doing a 3, an American 3, which must be a, I don't even know. I don't know what the millimeter is on an American 3, but it must be like 3.25 at least, 3.5. So anyway, and then I decided, so I'm doing it at a much bigger gauge. So I decided to do the mediums, and I think that's going to work really well. And it's 2x2 rib the whole way, so they'll stretch nicely. And, you know, these are for him. He is working from home, and he's taking his MFA in creative writing. And he's a writer. And so his office is the coldest room in the house. Now, they live in Mississippi, so that, you know, it's not that cold that long. But Christie's thought that a long winter, see how much they stretch? A long winter back there, his hands might get chilly. And so this is for him to work in his office at home. So they don't need to keep the wind out or anything. They just need to give them a little bit of warmth. So anyway, so I started these, and look how far I got. I'm only there's 7 repeats on the gusset, and I just finished 2, so I still have more to do. But, you know, then I'm gonna estimate how long to make them up the hand. I kind of use Dennis's, but not really, because he has kind of short, stubby hands. He's got a paw. It's a big paw. So his fingers, my guess is Rich's fingers are longer, so. Anyway, I was so happy with how this is knitting up. Look at that. It's not pooling. It's just, I'm just so tickled with it. Well, and it's a good thing, because I have 4 more skeins of this. And I'll tell you the truth, I might just go into putting this yarn back on the needles and making Dennis some Frankenfingers for when he makes me a fire. I mean, he needs these for when he makes me a fire in the cold, cold winter. Then his office gets really cold, and that's what he wants them for. And it seems like if I'm going to ask him to make me fires, the least I could do is keep his hands warm. And since I'm enjoying it, it's just a 2x2 rib. Just sit there, mindless knitting. It's not quite as mindless. It's pretty mindless. And anyway, look how far I got. So there you go. There's some knitting content on this vlog. But it was just, I just needed something to, you know, make me smile. And that worked. That worked. So I'm working on these, and I'm working on the back of Christie's boxy. I gotta finish the front. And then once I bind off at the shoulders of that, I'll have 2 boxies that are at that stage, and they both will need sleeves and a neckline. But, so I enjoyed that a lot, and I'm really tickled with that yarn. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of a fingering weight sweater can I make myself. Or a shawl. I don't think about shawls much these days. I'm all into the sweater thing. But I do have enough to make myself a sweater. So anyway, so that's what I did yesterday. That's what I did yesterday. I just decided I needed to make a change. So I did. And I was watching something, and the person I was watching was saying that they had read All the Pretty Horses by McCormick, and it was amazing, and like they wrote him a letter. how amazing it was. I thought, you know, I've never read that book, so I got that out of the library. So maybe I'll be reading that in the near future. I did that too. I didn't do very much. I made Baileys. I drank some Baileys. It turned out pretty good. The problem was it was in the fridge. And I drink it on the rocks. And it was thick. But the rocks didn't melt because the drink was already cold. We'll work on it. His mother might like some. Dennis was thinking about making her like an Irish coffee using the Baileys, which would be delicious. He would have to make me a decaf. Although I think Irish coffee is made with brewed coffee. It's not made with espresso, which is what you would have to make her Americano. Anyway, so I'm wearing my super bulky grandpa sweater by Joji Locatelli, which is my super warm, jackety uniform, which I was looking for yesterday and couldn't find because it was dark. I got it out last night before I went to bed. And you've probably seen these earrings, but very early on, and not when I was consciously. I'm trying to see. Trying to see what these look like on the bottom. And these are, I have no words this morning. Isn't that interesting? Disc beads that I have made. They've got enamel on them. That's why they look the way they are. And then this is a very thick wire that I have formed. So it shouldn't be too catchy. You can see the difference between the thickness of the wire on my ear wire versus the wire on the earring. This should not catch on my sweater today. I will see. But these are earrings that I made. I like these earrings. These are a little bit feel a little bit like a neutral. So there you go. That's what I'm wearing. And I've been talking a lot. So I will stop. I will try to remember to take some video of the Il Flottant, because it's pretty cool. And I will be straightening off the table a little bit to make room for Aura to have her supper with us. And, you know, sweeping. It's always good to have a reason to sweep. But mostly just puttering like I normally do. So I hope you have a good weekend and a good day. I hope you're all healthy, taking good care of yourselves. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.